欢迎台湾威利亚环境资源股份有限公司柯宏腾，掌声的欢迎。Let's welcome Veolia Environmental Resources Taiwan Special Project。
谢谢。大家好，不好意思，我的中文不太好，所以我会说英文。Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to speak today in front of all of you. I would like to tell you a small story. 2 years ago, I arrived in Taiwan, and we started with visiting a hospital. And of course, our technical experts in Paris, in Europe, and also in Hong Kong, they couldn't travel to Taiwan because of the COVID restrictions. So I found smart glasses, Google Glasses, and they could connect remote, and we could organize that visit. And it was very difficult for me because I had to speak with them through the glasses and with the guys from the hospital, making all the visit from the ceiling to the rooftop. But we managed it well, and at the end of the day, our experts in France, in Hong Kong, they could work on this, and we came out with an offer reducing the energy bill of this hospital, which is in a Taipei area, by 10%. And the conclusion I have from this small story is that even though the travel is made a bit difficult these days, thanks to digital, we have tangible examples of cases where we can bring the expertise we have in other geographical areas to Taiwan to serve the purpose of ecological transformation. Now I would like to present you what our company, Veolia, does, or what is our approach in terms of ecological transformation. The classical way to do business, maybe it's not the way to do business in healthcare industry, but in traditional industries, it's first to look at the financial indicators, return on capex employed, EBITDA, etc. And then once you've done that, maybe you will go through the indicators such as the severity rate or the frequency rate to see if your employees, they can work in safe conditions. And once you've done that, then you will move to ESG topics. So we tried to change this approach within Veolia in 2020 when we built the new strategic roadmap. And our president and chairman, Mr. Frérot, said in France, in a TV business show, he said, the company does not belong to its shareholders. The company does not belong to its shareholders. The shares of the company belongs to its shareholders. But the company belongs to a lot, much more of people than only the shareholders. It was ballsy to say that in the TV show in France. It's a very serious business TV show. And we made this work to consider all the different stakeholders that have a direct influence with what we do. Of course, our shareholders, we need to deliver the economic profitability, but also, of course, our employees, we need to provide them a safe environment for work. We also need to train them and let them grow within ourselves. Of course, our clients, we need to provide them with good, innovative solutions that help them in their roadmap through ecological transformation, the society, and the planet. We identified these 5 stakeholders for which we try to do business. And the way to move to that was to define 18 KPIs that are tangible KPIs that the group publicly communicates about our performance. This is what we call the multifaceted performance. These 18 KPIs, they are aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals set by the UN in 2015, among which you have, of course, financial KPIs, because we need to have profitable activities, but also at the same level, how much we train our employees in terms of hours of training, what's the satisfaction rate of our clients. We systematically go back to them to measure their satisfaction, and our environmental performance for the planet in terms of GHG reduction or compensations, and for the society in terms of jobs creation. So these 18 KPIs, they allow us to make decisions at every stage of our company, being at the BU level, at the corporate level, or for individuals, because all the managers of the group have their performance bonus during annual appraisal calculated based on these KPIs. And this allows us to keep the focus. We call it our compass. Our strategic compass is this multifaceted performance. And these KPIs, they are specific, they are measurable, they are audited every year, and the group publicly communicates. So I just wanted to share with you what is our approach for ourselves in terms of what is our environmental, social, and corporate governance management. When we go back to the topic of the healthcare industry, we usually see the different needs of the healthcare industry as presented in these slides. It follows somehow the Maslow hierarchy of needs. So first, you want to have reliability operations of the building in which you provide care services, not to face electricity shutdown or shutdown of the equipment delivering the HVAC or things like that. You want something reliable, comfortable, and safe. You also need sometimes the contribution of technical expertise to understand where you can do some savings, limitate the energy footprint, the CO2 footprint, the regulatory compliance in terms of indoor air quality, the certification, green certification for your buildings. So this is something, as I said in my short story in the beginning, we can bring also from overseas, thanks to digital. Point number 3 is about rethink the relation from service provider to client to something more into a partnership, transparency about all the services we can provide in the peripheral services from the care offer. Of course, this is driven by the reduction of energy bill, even though in Taiwan the electricity price is very low, but this is something that is important to have in mind to go through energy performance and energy efficiency. Control the environmental impact, water footprint, CO2 footprint, and at the end of the journey, you have an improvement of the reputation within your community. So this is what we understand are the expectations of our hospital customers. To face these expectations, our company provides a comprehensive range of services and solutions within energy, water, and waste. In energy, we provide energy performance contracts where we commit in the energy performance of your facility through international protocols and standards, international standards. Bon, is listed on the slide. One point I would like to take the chance to speak about is the indoor air quality. Having a good and comprehensive indoor air quality program means first measure what you have in your building in terms of CO2, in terms of VOCs, in terms of PM 2.5. Or you know that there is a direct link between the spread of COVID in closed areas and the level of PM 2.5. So you can decrease the spread rate of COVID by reducing the level of PM 2.5. So first you need to monitor, to measure. Second, you can understand. And third, you can act by replacing the filters of your HVAC system or increase the air renewal rate. These are just examples. So we provide these kind of solutions from understanding the situation to improving the situation to committing on guaranteeing the levels that meet the international standards in terms of good health. Knowing that it's much broader than only COVID because CO2 levels are linked to how aware you are in your office because higher CO2 makes you less focused on your work. We also have services in waste, medical waste, pharmaceutical waste, e-waste, bio-waste. In Taiwan, Veolia, with its partner TCC, is in a joint venture Tahoe that is a market leader in management of waste. We have a very strong position and services in waste, and we provide water services, control of the Legionella risk, management of the cooling towers, and depending on the side of the sites, also wastewater treatment plants, if so. This is my last slide, and I will leave the floor. This slide has only one key message. It's to say it is not in 2030 or in 2050 that you can implement solutions to reduce your footprint in terms of CO2, in terms of energy, in terms of water. It's not a long-term roadmap. There is existing solutions. We implement existing solutions, tangible, concrete solutions today in more than 20 countries all around the world, in America, in Asia, in Australia, in Europe. So this is something that is already in place and moving forward. You don't need to set the target to 2030. We serve more than 3,000 hospitals, 3,700 hospitals in the world with ecological solutions, help them managing their environmental footprint. And this, we do it today in 2022 as we did in 2021, etc. So this is something we can do today, and I'm very, very happy to be there today. I would like to thank the organization, and feel free to come to me. At the end of the show, we can discuss further if you want to know more about our activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. BELLEGO, for the sharing.